Well, hey there. Um, felt some nudges to make a video today that has to do with the topic of having COVID and your mental health. I tested positive for COVID on Tuesday, and I've been pretty sick with that in this tiny little bedroom here. And I think I just wanted to give people like a little bit of an inside look at what it can be like, what this can be like. So I'm gonna show you a little bit. This is my room. This is a disaster. There's stuff everywhere. Everywhere. This is, so this is my room. It's what my chest sounds like. I try to straighten up a little bit here and there. But to be honest, after about 5 minutes, pretty winded, dizzy. I'll start feeling really weak. And I start sweating profusely. And then I just have to sit down and rest again. Sometimes it's not even 5 minutes. I can make it through. Some other things have happened too during this. And that's what I want to talk about. Because, listen, COVID doesn't just affect your physical being. For this girl, especially, I don't know. I know there's other people out there I know that are struggling mentally while having COVID, and it's really awful. It feels like, if I could describe it, it feels like just that all of your defenses are so down that, like, everything you've worked so hard for and to build up strength for, to get through, has just been like erased. Like it was never there. Like none of that work was even done. That's what's been my experience and what's been so hard for me. Things that are triggering me very much, I'm finding unable to respond to in a healthy way, a healthy manner. I feel angry. I was talking to a really nice friend and supportive of mine who mentioned that, you know, even when we don't feel good physically, right, we just, like, naturally, we like go back to, like, that childlike being who just wants nothing but to be comforted and held and validated, like, even more than we normally would want to be on any given day when we're feeling all right. And if you don't experience that, then, those good, comforting types of feelings, and that there's, maybe certain people in your life that will be upset at you that you have COVID because they don't want you to get your grandmother sick because you live with your grandmother and she's 88 and has diabetes and stuff, and recovering stroke patient and all that, and now you got COVID and you're living with your grandma, and instead of like worrying about yourself, you're sitting here like all anxious and worried about like, oh my God, am I gonna kill my grandma and people gonna be upset at me for that? Meanwhile, I'm struggling. I was having such trouble breathing. I don't have a primary care doctor right at this moment, and I couldn't get an appointment at like a urgent care or whatever until like a day later. Then I tested positive, so I went to the ER. And they did give me an immune boost like type medication that's supposed to try and help you recover. I cannot take the other two medications that are treatment. One of them is Paxlovid, because I'm on medications currently that, if mixed with that or the other one, would cause serious side effects and not be safe for me. So we got that, and I was also given an inhaler, which has helped me the past few days very, very much. So thank goodness for that. If you're also somebody like me who, where it's really like, that idle time is the devil's playground, well, this will sure test you, because you're isolated in a room by yourself for days and days and days, with barely any strength to get up and go, even walk a little. So, yeah, like, so what do you do, right? Because you're here, all you really got is you. And that's why I've done and been working so hard on what I've been working on, healing certain things within myself, so that when stuff like this comes up and it's really hard, I can take care of me and I can have my back and I can parent myself the way that I'd always wanted to be. That's why. And so now here I am in the trenches, head on, faced with all kinds of awfulness, awful feelings and thoughts. The other thing is grief. It might sound silly. Why are you talking about grief and COVID? Well, here's why. Because this is just for me. But when I get sick, I miss my dad like 10 times more. Because when I was a little girl and I would get sick, Dad was like so attentive and just so gentle and compassionate. And it was always so comforting, you know? It's so nice to have that when you don't feel good, right? You know, like he was just like, I don't know, he was just my safe like go-to person, you know, like I think everybody could relate to that, you know, when you sit and you think about like, you know, that one person that you know you could just like go to anytime, no matter what, and it's always safe. And you'll always be met, you know, with compassion and empathy and comfort. So having that taken away from me the way it was and how it did was really awful. And so now, yeah, at 41 years old, I'm a little girl just sitting here crying for her dad. So yeah, this brings up all kinds of stuff. Nobody's talking about it. I feel stupid. I've been called ridiculous. Yeah, it seems ridiculous, doesn't it? To be moody and upset about all kinds of things when you're not feeling good. Well, I'm here to tell you, because I'm telling myself, that it's okay. It's okay to feel like shit. And it's okay to be upset and angry. It's okay. It's okay to cry, scream, and curse and let it out. Lay on the floor and pound your fists if you have to. It's okay. But what's not okay, I'll tell you, is staying there. That's not okay. So, what I'm trying to do by sharing this experience in this video is to help myself and anybody else through it that needs help. Because it's hard. It's really hard. So, yeah. This is why it is very important to take care of your mental health, like especially when you're feeling really good. That's not the time to deny it. That's the time to really keep it going and keep strong. And I just want to say that I'm glad and thankful to myself for having done that and for building a support network and for always validating my own feelings and allowing myself to feel what I'm feeling and to deal with things, because if you don't deal with it, you can't heal from it. And I want to, because I sure wouldn't want to be feeling like this every day for the rest of my life. No. So, yeah, we're gonna claw ourselves out of this. We will. Because I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. And I don't give up. So you don't either. Okay? I'm sorry if this video is too long for you to watch it and you don't want to watch somebody crying. But there really is a message here and it's really important. So if you've taken time to watch this, thank you. And if you pray or do Reiki or whatever, good energy, good vibes, all that good stuff, could send some my way. I have a little bit to give. Still, I always have a little bit to give, even when I'm feeling all drained. Gotta keep the giving and receiving flow going. It's very important. So, you're beautiful, even if you feel like an out of control disaster right now. You're a beautiful one. Look at me. I'm a beautiful disaster right now. The most beautiful disaster I've ever seen. So, I'll talk to my dad and to the people in my life who are safe and tell my brain the things that it needs to hear, because my brain is an asshole. And trauma's so fucking real, and it's there, and it'll come up when you least expect it, even when you think you've dealt with that. Well, it resurfaces again. So, we'll take a deep breath, and we'll go on with this day. You know? And we'll just do a minute at a time or a second at a time, if that's all we can do. And that's okay, too. And we'll be gentle. So be gentle on yourselves. I promise I will be, too. I'll get through it.